Japan makes 6 changes from Osaka at fullback, centre, wing, fly half and both flankers. Onozawa of Santori is the one new cap at 15. Number 11 Masuho wins his 45th cap. Iwabushi of Saracens adds experience at stand-off. Well, Wales show 2 changes, one enforced after their biggest ever win over Japan in a capped match. 21-year-old Tom Shanklin of Saracens makes his debut on the right wing instead of the injured Mark Jones. The experience and handling skills of Nathan Budgett win him the vote at 6, despite a promising start by Andy Lloyd last week. Kelvin Deaker then of New Zealand in his first match, getting this game underway. More soaring temperatures here in Tokyo. Not quite as hot as the first 2 weekends of the tour, but still well into the 70s, maybe nudging the 80 mark. That's a poor start by Japan. They'll have to wait for Wales to play it, but they won't, of course. They'll go back for the scrum on centre spot. Alongside me this afternoon, JJ Williams.
Well, that was what Japan did not want, is to allow Wales to put in on first scrum. It was so important, that first kick, and there's a huge groan went around the Chichibu Stadium when that kick didn't make the 10-metre mark.
So Gareth Cooper waits for the front rows to set. Wales with a weight advantage of 62 kilos over the packs.
Wales scrummaged so well early part of the game in Osaka, so let's see if Japan have improved their front 5 play. Haven't made any changes to that front 5.
And they're on the retreat already, but it's Wales who are penalised for not getting it in. Free kick to Japan, quickly taken by Murata. It's good support there from 3/4 as they scoop away, and Murata, the experienced man from Bayonne, gets support from his forwards. That's almost up the Wales 22. Now Iwabushi getting his 3/4 line going. Fullback Onozawa is waiting out right. He's a speedy customer. The chip through is for Onozawa to chase. Shane Williams is underneath it. Good defence from the Neath man, and he claimed the free kick.
Yeah, it's good shape in defence for Wales, and that's been the hallmark of this tour, that they've worked hard with their defensive shape, and they have a good straight line across the field, not giving any penalties away or free kicks away, and dealt with that attack quite comfortably.
Shane Williams may have 6 tries on tour, but that wasn't the best of kicks. A little breeze blowing this afternoon here at the Prince Chichibu, where Wales opened their tour with defeat against Santori 2 weeks ago. It's the Japanese captain Sakata. It's put into the line-out. Good ball from the front. And Murata almost eluding Justin Thomas. That's the Wales 22 on the right of your screen, as Japan look to clear it out. Murata has been bound in, so the forwards wait. And Iwabushi getting Saito running in midfield. Number 8 tackle just short the 22. Japan looking to recycle and clear Wales off that ball. It's all a little bit messy though, as Wales go through on the Japanese ball. They've knocked it on in the process, and Japan will get the put in.
Well, better continuity from Japan. Saito there, who was their top player, best player last week at Osaka, number 8. He's very influential in that attack there.
And Saito again on the ball. Wales' defence around the fringes was good. Here's the second phase from Kubo, number 6. Murata gets it away again. They could have a man over on the left here. And that's a good cover tackle by Adrian Durston, just 5 metres short. Now Wales under early pressure. Remarkable turnaround from last week's events when it was all Wales in the early stages. Japan dominating the opening 3 minutes here. We've got a few players tied into that ruck. Not too many outside, but Japan win the penalty. Wales killing the ball in the ruck. And Murata, with those strange fingerless gloves, waits to call the shots.
Yes, he looks very influential, doesn't he? He's very sharp at the base of the scrum. Plays for Bayonne, plays top-class rugby, even though he's in Division 2 in France. He looks a lively character. Iwabushi outside him, the outside half, of course, plays for Saracens. He's not a regular, but at least he does play in the English league, so has some experience there.
Sakata finds Tanuma at the front. Now that's just a couple of metres out. The surge for the corner. Japan with the first early pressure as Murata fell over a prostrate body there, and Wales take advantage somewhat luckily. Wales will be very relieved to see that ball coming out on Gareth Cooper's side. They're still working hard for it, but Japan had a man offside, as Craig Quinnell pointed out to the referee, and Mr. Deaker agrees.
Well, it's a much better start for Japan. Of course, it's been a big week for Japanese rugby. They were so embarrassed with the performance last week at Osaka that they have to come out here and do much better today. Mr. Dixon's come in, has seen something immediately, telling Kelvin Deaker, who's playing his first test match, the New Zealander.
And Craig Quinnell is going to get a lecture. Could the penalty now be reversed as the referee lectures Quinnell for taking justice into his own hands? It is reversed, and Japan have the chance of a shot at goal or a kick to the corner. They're going for goal.
Yes, the 3 points would settle them down a bit. They've done the attacking, now they need to be rewarded by some points on the board.
Kurihara is coming over from the right wing to take the kicks. Missed both his conversion shots last week in the first test.
Oh, there's Quinnell throwing 2 or 3 punches there. You can't do that. There's a touch judge over there. Mr. Dixon of Scotland's over on that far touchline. He was in charge last week. Quinnell's indiscipline could cost his team some points.
5 minutes gone here at the Prince Chichibu, and Wales under early pressure as Kurihara, who scored 20 points here for Suntory a fortnight ago, including a try, also did the place kicking, tries to get Japan's account open after 6 minutes play.
Well, it's perfect conditions for a goal kick, and there's a slight breeze which is blowing, I think, with Wales, but so slight it wouldn't affect the goal kickers, and underfoot is absolutely perfect. The stadium is magnificent, 20,000 people. Now this is an important kick for Kurihara.
Suntory winger then is about 8 metres in from the left-hand touchline on the 22. Up go the flags, and Japan are 3 points to the good after 6.5 minutes play. It's first blood to the home side.
A complete opposite to 7 days ago when they were abysmal in the first 20 minutes. Wales just shocked them with their pace and the way they spread that ball and scored the early tries. Japan have come out with a lot more edge to the game today.
Coach Mukai, we just saw that, will be a happy man at the moment. Nathan Budget can't quite control it. Maybe it was off a Japanese hand, but they've managed to set it up just outside their 22. The clearance is a good one from Matoki up towards halfway.
Yes, that was a good clearance by Matoki. He's tight on the touchline, uses his right foot, almost up to the halfway line. There's the penalty, beautifully struck. Timing so important for Kurihara.
Andrew Lewis finds Andy Moore. That was a good, accurate throw then from the Cardiff hooker, finding the Swansea lock, captaining his side for the second time. Now can Wales make some headway as Gareth Cooper's pass is knocked down? Well, that looked like it had gone forward from Japan. But it's play on for the moment. Referee playing advantage for Wales, as Japan had dived over there to kill the ball. Quickly taken for Wales. Geraint Lewis. Oh, that's lovely hands to Stephen Jones. Can he get the pass and inside to Gareth Cooper? 15 metres out now from the Japanese post. Kevin Morgan, a dive pass. Stephen Jones, little sidestep, looks for the inside support. Wasn't quite there for the moment. Wales clearing out good ruck ball. Out to Shanklin. Shanklin, his first touch on his debut then. Inside the 22 still. Wales have got plenty of men going left. Long pass from Stephen Jones. Gareth Thomas, his pass is just nudged forward by a Japanese defender. Craig Quinnell takes it to ground. Adrian Durston at scrum half. Gareth Thomas, confident of beating Japanese defenders. He always has them in trouble. 5 metres out on the blind side. Stephen Jones to Quinnell. Again the pass knocked down. And it should be a Welsh scrimmage.
Yes, Namba, the centre, number 13, there he is. He's got a hand in there. It was an important interception because Wales had people coming inside Craig Quinnell there. But good play by Wales. They put width to the game. Gareth Thomas featuring. He was the main danger man last week, but surely they've worked hard to contain him. The this afternoon, and they did show a lot more shape in defence as opposed to 7 days ago.
Cooper then into the scrum, 5 metres in from this near left-hand touchline. Stephen Jones, little half dummy, taking on Iwabushi, thought to be a weak link in defence. Advantage to Wales being played as Adrian Durston tries that little sidestep characteristic of him. 5 metres out still. Cooper got men outside. Back inside for Geraint Lewis. That was a lovely dummy from the number 8. Andy Moore, the captain, just a metre or two short. Wales driving for the line, haven't quite got it down yet. They'll need to go through another phase, I think. They'll have to settle for the put into the scrum as Japan held them up right on the line.
There's always a feature of Wales' play last week is that they got those passes in around the tackle. Geraint Lewis again, and Andy Moore featuring prominently on that attack. But again, good defence by Japan, which they didn't do last week, so they have improved enormously. Now then, options both sides this side.
We're on the 10-minute mark now. Japan lead by 3 points to 0, but Wales on the attack, giving away another free kick. Well, that's the second time they've fallen foul of referee Deaker in the front row there.
So drive in there before the ball was put in. Kelvin Deaker of New Zealand, he'll interpret things a lot different to Rob Dixon last week, the Scottish referee, to the Southern Hemisphere referee.
Murata, the scrum half from Bayonne, did the kicking left foot and found touch just outside the 22. He's obviously out to stamp his authority on the game, the number 9, John.
Yes, he looks very impressive so far, Maruta. He's a little ball of fire, the number 9 jersey.
Budget won it at the tail. Stephen Jones out to Gareth Thomas. Kevin Morgan in the line. He's well tackled just inside the Japanese 22. Gareth Thomas at scrum half now. He is nailed by Namba, his opposite number. And Wales penalised on the floor once more. Gareth Thomas asking why. And Craig Quinnell involved in a little altercation again with the Japanese captain Sakata.
Yes, well, Craig needs to be careful. He's been cautioned once, and he has been not a favourite with the crowd at the moment. This trampoline a few seconds ago as well.
Well, there's Gavin Thomas working well. Quinnell got his hands in there. Namba knocked it on. Budget on the counter-attack. Oh, it was a cruel knockdown just short of the 22. Looked high. Gareth Cooper gets it back. Referee doesn't allow Wales to carry on that advantage, possibly because there's a scuffle on the floor between Andrew Lewis and Kubo, the new number 6 for Japan.
Well, there's more edge to this. This is a real test match. The Japanese have come out prepared to put their bodies on the line, which they didn't do 7 days ago. Wales are containing them at the moment, but I think it's Japan are just hanging on. Seen some good play by Welsh backs into passing with their forwards. Budget being involved there.
Well, the Honda coach Keith Davis, who's been advising Wales and providing them with local knowledge, told me yesterday that Japan would come out throwing everything at Wales, and it must be said that Welsh discipline hasn't been too good in these opening stages.
Well, Japan are getting stuck into them. You see Andrew Lewis, he's not getting carried away with it, but you know, this is a real test match. I think it's far more interesting to it was 7 days ago. But again, Wales, I think at the moment, are just waiting to break through. They're putting some width to the game. They brought in both wingers, trying to bring in Kevin Morgan, who was blistering last week in attack. They just have to be patient in their build-up.
Iwabushi of Saracens, who's involved in a little sponsorship dispute. It's rather expensive for Japan to play him, apparently. But it's Wales who have possession. On the blind side, Durston, Lewis, Kevin Morgan in again, the smallest man in the Wales side, doing well to hold the ball up. Gareth Cooper has the Japanese forwards on him illegally, and Wales have the penalty. It's an angled shot. Stephen Jones might fancy his luck, but it looks as though he's going for the corner instead.
Yes, Kubo, the number 6 Japanese, then holding on to the tackler. He was the man penalised, and Will's going for the line out, and the drive from the back line, I would have thought.
15 metres out then, Wales having plenty of territorial pressure in this second 10 minutes of the game. Budget, good ball at the tail again, but it wasn't quite straight. They were right in line with that one, and I think there was a fair enough call from the touch judge, Mr. Cole of Australia.
Yes, the ball went to the back of the line, as I said, and Budget gives Wales that extra option. Him and Geraint Lewis at the back with Craig Quinnell, Andy Moore. 4 targets for Wales.
Wales with a little bit of height advantage all round in the pack, as you might expect, as Murata gets it out to Masuho. Scrum-capped winger, back to Murata, under pressure, does well to get the kick in and relieve things for the Japanese just a little bit, taking play almost up to the 10-metre line.
Yes, he did well. He slipped that ball out to his winger, to Kurihara, and then he took the return pass, swiveled down off that left foot. Good little player.
Andrew Lewis, second start in successive weeks after 14 appearances as a replacement. It's a good drive from the Welsh 8. They want to tie in a few of those Japanese tacklers to allow more space for the backs if they do release it. It's already made 20 metres down this near left-hand touchline in front of the main stand. Wales have advantage and possession. Passing is a little behind the men, but there could still be room here as Shane Williams scoots through a gap and almost got through the last tackle there. Now Wales still have a chance on as Gareth Cooper tries to take on a few defenders. There's plenty of men out to this near side. Stephen Jones to Gavin Thomas. Gavin Thomas slips one tackle, can't quite get through Toyoyama. Quinnell to ground. Wales again trying to clear it out. They've got men on both sides available now. Geraint Lewis takes on 2 tacklers. He's just 2 metres short in this near corner. Again, Wales working hard to release. Cooper to Chris Anthony. Just a metre short now. Heavy Welsh pressure. Oh, the charge from Gavin Thomas, and the first try for his country from Gavin Thomas in his second test match. Came in at the angle, unstoppable from a couple of metres out.
Yes, and it was the angle that Gavin Thomas came on, made that try. I think Japan were waiting for that ball to go out wide, but the number 7 came in from a wide position, run at a different angle to the rest of his backline to just crash over, and he surprised everyone. He had an outstanding game last week, and that's a great start from the man from Bryn Cefn.
Like the other G. Thomas, Gareth, who's caused Japan so much trouble, product of Ogmore School.
Yes, both men, Ogmore Comprehensive. Very impressed with Gavin Thomas as the open side. There's a lot of grafting on the floor as well.
Stephen Jones then with his first kick at goal of the game after 16 minutes. Angled effort from the left, and it's just drifted past the near post. It's Wales 5, Japan 3.
And Wales needed that. They'd been patient in the build-up. This is the build-up to it. Chris Anthony did well because he's driven for the line. He's kept the ball's made available. Then seriously, Gavin Thomas coming from the inside centre position, taking that ball, surprising everyone, has the power to crash over for a good try.
Tremendous momentum then from the Bath flanker. First plays at club level with Gareth Cooper, the scrum half. As Kurihara prepares to restart, the number 14 sends it long. That's too long indeed. And again, his second restart's going awry, and Wales back to the centre spot again.
Yes, and there's the second groan around the stadium. Remember when they kicked off, he didn't make the 10-metre line, and this time he's gone out in the full, giving Wales a huge advantage. But I think Japan will be fairly pleased with the first 10 minutes of this game. They've put some points on the board, they've competed, they look fairly well organised in defence. They put some attacks together.
A little bit of running repairs there for Gareth Cooper, I think, from the Welsh physio Andy Maggs. And on come the water bottles as well for both sides.
Yes, referee telling both sets of front row forwards not to drive in from too far out, get a bit closer together before you go down in the scrum.
There were plenty of cuts and bruises around in midweek against the Pacific Barbarians.
Yes, Gareth Cooper's looked very sharp at scrum half. He can get that ball away quickly. That speed of the pass allows the midfield players a bit more space.
Cooper then on the halfway line. Wales scrum lurching around a little bit, and the front rows are up. I don't think he's going to penalise anyone. No, ask for the scrum to be reset, but Wales just need to stabilise that scrummage a little bit. Hasegawa, Sakata and Toyoyama, the front row of Japan, unchanged from the first test. It's they who are penalised. Gareth Cooper takes it quickly, gets good support. Stephen Jones, the link man. Gareth Thomas over the 10-metre line, spinning out of the tackle. Kevin Morgan, playing a flanker's role there. Geraint Lewis, he's been so prominent in Japan. Nathan Budgett can't take the inside pass. Didn't go forward, says Mr. Deaker, and Stephen Jones continues the move into 22. Budgett gets another chance, 10 metres out now. Wales have got plenty of men on the near side. Geraint Lewis, oh, Gareth Thomas couldn't take the pass when he might well have got over for the try on the outside there.
Yes, I don't know if that long pass was needed there. There's so many bodies that could have gone inside him, but lovely play by Wales, the build-up, the quick ball, and this is the man again, the main playmaker. And Gareth Thomas, who was the most dangerous player last week that Japan had great difficulty holding, knocks on this time. Half chance gone missing, I'd say.
Put in from Murata, they're under trouble, but Saito did well to recover things for Murata there. He's under pressure again. Wales though were offside, and Japan will be able to clear their lines towards halfway.
Yes, Gavin Thomas getting in the way there. With Murata again controlling things.
And he finds touch just outside, or just on the 22 in fact, the 33-year-old playing his 26th international, Murata. As Japan shorten the line out, Sakata calling the shots. That's good ball for Iwabuchi. It's got Saito in midfield. Stephen Jones was aware of the threat though. Back to Iwabuchi, this time he kicks rather aimlessly downfield. Shane Williams may have a chance to counter-attack. He's got Kevin Morgan coming out outside him. Oh dear, running into trouble on his own 10-metre line. Now can Wales get enough bodies in there to regain possession? Yep. Gareth Thomas manufactures a lovely pass out to Craig Quinnell, who knocks Tanuma out of the way. Just over halfway. The small-scale rucks as Gareth Cooper shoots through, looks for support. He's going to have to go the long way. He's got Shanklin running up on the outside, but the pass was a little bit loose. Shanklin, though, still has a chance as he steps inside a couple of tackles, stumbles over the 22. Support from Gavin Thomas. Stephen Jones is there again. Adrian Durston is up as well. It's just 6 or 7 metres out. Gareth Cooper looks to the blind side. Geraint Lewis. Oh, lovely pass. And Wales over for their second try. And Gareth Thomas has scored for the 4th consecutive game against Japan.
Dazzling rugby. Geraint Lewis involved in everything. Gareth Thomas finishing this one off. It all came from a Gareth Cooper break way upfield, and then it seems the whole side handled. It was outstanding handling by them. Shanklin did well, pick up the ball, get over that game, then look inside. Good try by Wales, especially by Gareth Thomas, who always knows the way to the line, doesn't he? And there's Geraint Lewis involved with everything, running through the tackles, and Gareth Thomas in the right wing position this time to easily stroll over for a try. Well, he's pleased about that, Gareth, adding to his tally. I should think he will end up the top try scorer for Wales in the next season or so.
Stephen Jones with the conversion attempt, no trouble, 12 points to 3. Stephen Jones jogging back to halfway after converting Gareth Thomas's 23rd try for Wales.
If Gareth Cooper is the man who started it all off. Lovely break, surprised everyone when they thought the ball was going to go out, went down the middle of the field. The ball didn't bounce kindly for Tom Shanklin, but he picked it up, darted back in field, linked with his back row man, and Will scored a wonderful try.
So that'll give Wales a little bit of breathing space. Well, this is a much closer encounter than that first test in Osaka. Wales running out of defence. Stephen Jones, Adrian Durston combining. Durston driven backwards, not the bulkiest of fellows. Back to Stephen Jones, this time applying boot to ball. It's a big one upfield, and it's bounced off the fingers of Kurihara. And Wales should get the throw into the line out as well. They've taken it quickly. nudged forward by a Japanese hand. It's advantage Wales. Could that even be a penalty for a deliberate knock-on? No, it's just a scrimmage, just outside the Japanese 22.
Well, it was a deliberate knock-on, without a doubt. Well, the Japanese think, because Wales had a huge advantage if that ball had gone on. Well, scrum down, he's given for the knock-on.
Wales will want to keep turning the screw, make sure they're well out of sight by the energy-sapping final quarter, because they completely blew up in the club game here against Santori. Quinnell on the ball, Gavin Thomas, Stephen Jones, Gareth Thomas overlap on again here if Wales can work the angles right. Gareth Thomas is through, Kevin Morgan back inside. Gareth Thomas couldn't quite take it. They're over, but it won't count. Tom Shanklin denied a debut try. It had just been nudged forward by Gareth Thomas. Wales slightly unlucky there not to finish off the overlap.
Yeah, Tom Shanklin there would have wanted to get over in his debut. His father Jim has just arrived in Tokyo to see his son play his first test match.
And to see the Japanese scrum in trouble, as Matoki does the clearance work now. It's unusual that Iwabushi at standoff is hardly doing any of the kicking.
Yes, Maruta is controlling everything from the base of the scrum.
And Matoki, the centre, is taking on some of the other kicking duties. Iwabushi meant to be creative in attack. Hasn't had much opportunity so far, as Andrew Lewis. Well, that wasn't straight either, but Wales have got a free kick somehow. As Japan maybe hoisted their men too early.
That's a new one on me. Jumped too early.
Who knows? Gareth Cooper takes the quick one. Stephen Jones, Craig Quinnell in midfield. Again taking out 2 or 3 Japanese defenders. Gareth Cooper fires it away. Kevin Morgan dances into the 22. He's been one of the successes of the tour. Andrew Lewis providing the link man. Gareth Cooper slightly flat-footed. Nathan Budgett again has to try and twinkle toes his way through the Japanese defence. Charge on from the Welsh forwards. Now again there could be an overlap. Gavin Thomas, Gareth Thomas, and Gareth Thomas won't need the man outside him. Second try of the game for Gareth Thomas.
Again, a patient build-up. We saw Budgett and all the forwards take that ball on. Take it on and on. In the end, all the Japanese defenders are brought in, and then they release it. Look at how many red jerseys are out wide there now. Gavin Thomas involved in midfield, and this is a guy who knows his way to the line, Gareth Thomas. Here he is going through that gap. Plenty of gas as well, hasn't he? Running outside Saito there. He's not going to stop him, but it was set up wonderfully well by the Welsh forwards, mainly through Nathan Budgett.
Stephen Jones, 7 metres in from the left-hand touchline. Successful again. Second kick out of 3 attempts from Stephen Jones.
Yes, and Wales are building up a nice score here. Gavin Thomas, knowing that Gareth Thomas had space outside, and they're all coming in for him, but straight through that gap. It is Kubo, the blind side, looking forward to try to stop him. Gareth, far too much pace. Looking very comfortable, Nick, in the centre position. People criticise him for when he plays on the wing for Wales that he lacks that yard. I think he is the centre who plays on the wing for Wales, but such a valuable member of that Welsh squad wherever he plays.
We've got so many guys, haven't we, whose best position is 13. Mark Taylor, Alan Bateman, Gareth Thomas, David James. Shane Williams was underneath the dropout. Andrew Lewis provides the midfield runner. Cooper to Stephen Jones. Holds it up well, Gavin Thomas. This is all starting to look very well oiled now. Spoke slightly too soon as Murata and Iwabushi and Matoki combine. Wales' defence is good. Back it comes for Onazawa. Fullback hasn't had much space so far. Big tackling by Wales in midfield, and they've turned it over. No, illegally so. And they'll come back for a Japanese scrimmage, as Shane Williams thought he'd get away after his 4-try blitz last week.
But Wales in defence, the way they spread across the field, they're up in the faces of the Japanese straight away. as opposed to the Japanese defence, which is a little bit haphazard when they came up on Wales.
Kelvin Thomas taking a bit of a knock then.
They've spent a lot of time on the training field with Clive Griffiths working on their defence, and it's been very apparent in their main games on this tour how well organised they are. That time, the first time in this game, losing that ball in contact.
Throw away here, I think.
I imagine the Wales forwards will be quite glad of the respite as well. Nearly half an hour gone. Wales leading by 19 points to 3. Pick up from Saito, goes astray. And he's driven backwards, picked up by Quinnell. Could be good ball for Wales to use again. Gareth Thomas can't pick it up, but they'll come back for the first knock-on from Japan.
Yes, Japan will be disappointed with that platform there from that scrum. Maruta under a lot of pressure. Knock that ball on.
Number 8 again working hard for his country, for Japan. As Gareth Cooper sets the Welsh back line running again. Gareth Thomas, not much room to move this time. Has he held it up just long enough to get support in? No, he was holding on illegally. The support wasn't quite there. And the crowd have something to cheer about. Quickly taken by Murata. Sakata, the captain, almost up to halfway. Wales have stolen it from somewhere, but Geraint Lewis couldn't quite hang on to the pass from Budget. Though Geraint Lewis has again been one of Wales's more prominent players, as Nathan Budget is down and in some trouble.
Yes, that looks not good news, is it? Nathan Budget, whose injury-prone season, has got back into the Welsh side. Looks like he's got a twisted knee there. See Wales are holding on to that ball there. When that ball was coming back on the Japanese side, that's where the penalty was given away.
Budget with back trouble and a wrist injury, and now it looks like some sort of knee injury as well. Lynn Howells ready to give directions. Jamie Ringer is the man on the bench.
Well, I think Lynn Howells will be fairly happy with the score, 19-3. It's been more competitive than it was a week ago, but Wales have played some lovely rugby, scored some good tries, and they've been patient in the build-up, looked very good in defence. So I think Lynn Howells will be pleased, but he won't be too happy to see Nathan Budget injured again. So he has a big future in the Welsh setup. Craig Quinnell has been involved in a lot of things as well. They upset the crowd early on with a bit of trampling, a bit of fisticuffs, but he's such a presence in that Welsh team, and they were saying that he's always needed for his scrummaging. Such huge bulk behind these front row men.
Just over 20 stone, though Japan's number 3 Toyoyama almost tips the scales at the same weight, but hasn't certainly shown up around the field to the same extent. Nathan Budget looks as though he's going to try and make it through till half-time at least. 8 minutes to go. Saito again with the pickup. Little Cooper threw him down, and Budget with the pickup. A bit surprised by that penalty. Didn't look as though the ruck had formed.
Yeah, Gavin Thomas, he said number 7, you were saying. Microphone up to us, the referee. He's saying he came in from the side.
Murata again taking on the place-kicking duties, and that's one of his best so far, taking Japan up to the Wales 22.
Yes, I think Japan would like to score just for half-time, Nick. They've played fairly well in the first 10 minutes, but the Wales have been on top ever since. So if they're in a good position now, a try would go down well for them.
Masaki Sakata from Santori. Well, his number 6 got dumped in the middle there. And Japan will get the penalty as Wales hang on illegally. Murata almost through the gap. Good support. Wales backpedaling desperately. 5 metres out. Out it comes again for Tanuma. And Kubo has made the line. That is Japan's first try of the game, coming from the quick tap penalty, and Koichi Kubo goes over for his try.
Yes, it was Maruta who surprised everyone by tapping that ball and going. Referee allowed him to get away with it, and then when they won the ruck, there was an overlap on the right for Kubo to score. So this is where the damage was done. Maruta was the man who broke through. Good hands then, and then good support by the Japanese. They wanted that quick ball. There was an overlap on the right, and there it was. Shane Williams had come in. Kuba stepped inside the defender. Good try for Japan. The test match is alive again. And that's what I was saying they needed to do, is to score just for half-time. And this is the man who made it for them. Maruta, so quick over the first 20 metres. Support by Koizuma, then back row, then the clear out. And then Maruta again getting that ball out. And a lovely pass from the step inside Geraint Lewis to score a good try. And a very important try for Japan.
Murata is really running things for Japan at the moment. They're back to 19-8 with the conversion to come. Kurihara, who got the Japanese scoring underway with a penalty after 6 minutes, to try and get them now into double figures. Maybe a very slight breeze against him on this scorching afternoon here in Tokyo. 5 metres in from the right-hand touchline. Just a handful of Welsh supporters in this 20,000 crowd. As Kurihara, has he bent it in? Yep, up go the flags, and Japan are in double figures. Game on.
Yes, certainly game on. Lovely kick by Kurihara, just to pull that ball inside the near upright. Important conversion.
Kubo, the try scorer, back in possession. Again, the snipe is from Kurihara this time. Japan looking to keep that momentum going. It's the number 4 Batu by the Fijian. Masuo, the winger, is in trying to protect that, but Wales get through somehow. Saito and Kubo, the 2 back row men, in concert. Murata away again to Iwabushi. That's a good break from Motoki, and away goes Onozawa. Now can he get it inside to Kurihara? He's heading for the line. Gareth Cooper's the last man back. Good support, and over goes Masuo for the second Japanese try. 2 tries in the space of 3 minutes. And the cherry blossom flags are waving all around this stadium.
They certainly are. The stadium's erupted. The coach, Mukai, is so happy there. What a wonderful try that by Mizuno. Good handling. Shanklin does well here to get back. There was a 2-1 for the link pass inside, and good support of Japan. They're working to get with the ball carrier. When it comes out to Mizuno, that he takes the ball now, and he has the pace. Scrum cap on, sprint over for a very, very important try by the left winger.
Well, we said game on after the first try. Japan will now be back within a couple of points if this goes over.
Well, they work so much harder than they did 7 days ago. When they're attacking there, they're working to get with the ball carrier, which wasn't apparent last week. And even though Wales took the quick kick out, it was Japan who benefited from that.
Kurihara then with the conversion attempt. Just to the left of the sticks. A relatively easy one for the winger. Just stabs it over the posts. Moment's hesitation, up go the flags, and Japan all of a sudden are back to within 2 points.
Yes, and I think Wales turned around at 52-0 up last week. This comes from the quick kick out by Wales, and look at the pace there. Shanklin does well to get back with Kurihara there when the ball comes back inside. Wales are all at sea, and look at the Japanese numbers there this time. And there they have the pace in the end. Mizuno, the left wing, to score the try.
The kick out though gives Wales a little bit of forward momentum, but they've been turned over at the ruck, and Murata is again away. The pass though was loose from Namba, and Shanklin is on his man. Wales have plenty of forwards stretched across field. Not sure if they'd have the pace if Japan got it out wide, but they don't do so for the time being, and Wales have turned it over, and Shanklin tries to bash his way through on the blind side. Penalty to Wales, and Stephen Jones might fancy a shot at goal here from 30 metres out, just to try and give Wales a few more points just before half-time.
No, I think they'll go for the try. They'll either put this down at the corner. Remember, we were talking last week at half-time about the blistering heat in Osaka, and Wales wanted to build up the early lead, and that was the plan. It's not so hot today, so we're not expecting Wales to tire so much in the second half.
Stephen Jones will put it in the corner. JJ wins that particular Prediction contest?
Yes, I think Wales won't be happy to go in with this score. They want more points on the board, and they want to score another try. So back the line again. Let's see where they drive from.
Andrew Lewis winning his 28th cap this afternoon. More saws in the line-outs. Oh, Quinnell can't take it though. And the chance is lost as Japan come away with it inside their own 22. Now they may try and stretch a few legs here. The kick up towards halfway may not have been the right option, but Wales are offside in midfield, and Kevin Morgan won't have the chance to counter-attack. Referee Deaker has brought them back.
Yes, I think he picked on Adrian Durston being offside in midfield there. Actually, it was an overlap for Japan. If they kept that ball in the hand, kicking it away was a wasted, really, because it went into the hands of Shane Williams. But they're playing with a great deal of confidence at the moment, the Japanese.
Next score in this game will be very, very important indeed, as Kurihara belts it low into touch, just short of his own 10-metre line on the far side. Number 13 came on as a replacement last week. Ito in the centre of the screen there with a little goatee beard, surprisingly dropped from the flank. And that's Sakato, the captain, to put into this line-out. Tanuma takes it the front despite Quinnell's challenge. And Japan got anything more up their sleeves before half-time. Iwabushi to Motoki. He can't get anywhere in midfield. Now it's the winger Masuho. Back to Iwabushi again. He opts for the boots. Has just pitched inside the touchline. Kevin Morgan could do nothing about that kick from Iwabushi.
Yes, sensible play by Japan. They tried to bring the ball back up by hand. They set up 2 or 3 phases, but the Welsh defence was spread it across the field, so Iwabushi had no option. A lovely kick by the Saracens outside half.
Andrew Lewis then, important defensive throw-in. It goes to the front and Wales get away with that one. Weston Thomas doing the hard work. Back it comes for Wales to clear their lines through Adrian Durston. That's a big boomer. Onizawa doesn't know where it is, and Kurihara does the work. The winger puts it back down the touchline. Good catch by Geraint Lewis. Shane Williams sets off on a run up towards halfway, dumped though by Kurihara. Back it comes to Geraint Lewis, dummies to no one. That was clever. Gareth Thomas tries to charge through one tackle, twists and turns, eventually just forced over the touchline. But Geraint Lewis really doing everything in this game.
Yeah, as well. He loves it, these sort of games, the fast-flowing games. Such fantastic ball skills. But what's very noticeable today is when Japan kicked the ball down the field, they chased the numbers. Last week they're only chasing 1s and 2s, didn't work hard, especially the front 5. You saw Shane Williams caught way back down the field this time, when last week he'd have brought the ball back up. And this is the man also they're watching very closely, Gareth Thomas. He is the main man.
Japan have won loose line-out ball, and Saito and the Breiters again walking in midfield. He's been a real battering around this afternoon. But Japan have lost it on the floor. It's flicked out very loosely indeed. Chris Anthony caught in possession. Wales have delivered it for Gareth Cooper. Stephen Jones picked up well. There's that man Lewis again providing the link. He has been a storming success in Japan as Geraint Lewis. As Gareth Cooper fires it rather loosely into midfield. Gavin Thomas took the hospital pass but knocked it on. And Wales just scrambling to recover things to make sure that Japan don't get any advantage from this phase of play. As Murata kicks forward for Masuo to chase, back goes Shanklin. Ball beats them both into touch. 3 minutes of injury time played, and Japan still pressing forward after their 14-point blast in the space of 3 minutes late in this first half. Iwabushi looking to call some shots, but it's Andrew Lewis who will be able to determine where it goes in the lineouts, and it goes not surprisingly to Andy Moore, and that wasn't straight. Wales have had 1 or 2 problems in the lineouts in recent years, and let's hope they're not creeping back in.
Yes, the thrown in is so important. They've wasted a few opportunities thrown in the lineouts today. Andrew Lewis not finding his man is such an important factor of modern rugby, is the throwing in.
We're nearly 4 minutes into stoppage time. We have had a couple of hold-ups for injury, which referee Kelvin Deaker will add on. As Murata feeds the scrimmage, quick pick up by Saito again, sends Stephen Jones spinning off, but the tackle is made. Now referee playing advantage, it's a penalty to Japan, and they could sneak in front just before the interval.
But that was an important turnover and decision by referee Kelvin Deaker. Now if they kick this, they go into that tunnel in the lead.
Well, Wales were expecting a tougher challenge. I'm not sure if they expected things to be quite this tough after their half-century margin last week.
I think they did expect it to be a lot tougher. They've scored 3 excellent tries, it must be said, but they've allowed Japan to score 2 tries and can't recognise this Japanese side from 7 days ago. Wales have been a little bit inconsistent in their build-up as well. They've dropped the passes, the line hasn't gone good enough for them. So they won't be happy then as well at half-time. They can pick the pace up second half, but we certainly got a better test match than we had 7 days ago.
This is a test indeed for Wales, as Kurihara, who's already kicked 2 conversions and a penalty, looks to put the home side into the lead on what must be the last stroke of the first half. Kurihara then, vital kick. Just the left of the posts. Just chips it between the sticks, and Japan go in at half-time, leading by 20 points to 19.
Quite remarkable, really, the way Japan have bounced back into it. They started well, and then Wales dominated for the great part of that first half, but then the scrum half, Maruta picked up the pace, and they scored some excellent tries by Kubo and Masuno, and then the kicking of Kurihara set this stadium alight. 20 points to 19, and I think Lynn Howells has a lot of talking to do at half-time, because he won't be happy with the work rate of a lot of his front 5 players who stood out in midfield, want to carry the ball, and they haven't done enough grafting, so there's been a lot of talking down in the dressing room. What a difference each coach has got to say today, as they said last week. Shaga Mukal, the Japanese coach, will be very happy, and will say a lot of the same again for his side, but Wales must pick the pace up, otherwise we could have a huge shock.
Japan 20, Wales 19. Stephen Jones then to get this second half underway. He's down the middle. Gareth Thomas was half blocked, and Matoki, an influential player in the first half, made the catch. Murata belts it behind Tom Shanklin and takes play straight back into the Welsh half of the field. Yes,
Murata was the best Japanese player of that first half. Possibly the best player on the field in the first half. Excellent kick again. Now we were talking about the conditions last week, where the sun is out again, and it's not far off 80 degrees this afternoon. So Wales will be making substitutions, but I don't suspect them for the first 20 minutes, as they did so often last week and capped almost every member of the squad.
Andrew Lewis finds Andy Moore, the captain, and Wales suck in the Japanese defenders, and Gavin Thomas goes charging on, the first try scorer for Wales, lays it back. Iestyn Thomas and Nate Flick. Cooper to Stephen Jones, to Gareth Thomas, miss move, Shanklin in, Shane Williams given a little bit of room, not quite enough though to cut back inside. That's the 22 of Japan on the right of the picture. Gareth Cooper gets it away. Plenty of Welsh forwards now lurking in the 3-quarter line, but not much momentum, as Wales are penalised, diving in on the floor once more.
As far as I criticised Wales that first half, I thought that the front 5 didn't work hard enough, that they stood in midfield. It's a classic example of it there.
The kick and chase from Iwabushi isn't quite accurate enough. Japan retain possession. Murata puts it down the blind side, but straight into touch. They'll go back to the Japanese 10-metre line. A rare mistake from Wataru Murata, the number 9 from Bayonne. Saito, number 8 there. Murata have been bossing this game between them in the last quarter of an hour ago also, as Andrew Lewis has a cut line out. Andrew Moore will be the jumper. Craig Quinnell at scrum half. Gareth Cooper, the scrum half, at fly half. Tom Shanklin in from the blind side wing. pre-planned move, draws in a few defenders. Wales switch it out left. Gareth Thomas, it's a neat little grubber kick through for Shane Williams to chase. Gets a foot to it, but can't quite keep it in play. And Japan will have the throw in to that line out. But that was better from Wales.
Yes, no more shape to them. They're trying to drive down the middle. They use Tom Shanklin there to come off the right wing and to punch down the middle and win that quick ball and then release the outside backs.
So will Wales challenge on this Japanese throw, try and cause a bit of disruption? 3 minutes into the second half, Japan still lead by a single point as Andy Moore pinches it for Wales. They're just 5 metres out now. No forward momentum, they'll need to clear it. Now there is forward momentum. Ball's on the floor. Cooper digs, there's a Japanese body in the way, and it's spotted by Mr. Deaker. There's Nathan Budgett. Thought about Wales taking the quick one, but they can instead chip it to the corner if they want and have the line out 5 metres out and drive from there. Not surprising to see a Japanese forward just calling for attention in that sort of situation. Just taking the bang on the elbow maybe. The captain Sakata.
Showing photographs of Mukai, the Japanese coach, but he has in his setup some New Zealand, Australian people all helping with his coaching in Japan, and all they work side out here. And they would have studied that video and learned from it from 7 days ago. Don't look the same side at all, do they?
6 changes, you'd think they were 15. That's good line-out ball for Wales, though. The drive in the corner. The ball is at the back of that lot somewhere. Now they're rumbling towards the line. Have they got it down? Try given. The touch judge gave the assent, and Wales have driven over for the try. Gavin Thomas in there for his second touchdown.
Yes, there's the one around the front, and Gavin Thomas getting through that maul to dive over for that for his second try today, and an important try for Wales. They wanted to score first in the second half, and they've achieved exactly that. Here it is on the front. Andy Moore, so rock solid in the line-out, never misses. Well organised, rolling. See Quinnell there taking out bodies. It's Gavin Thomas, who likes to spin through the middle of that rolling wall. He gets it down and he gets it onto the ground, and that's an important try.
Good work between the two officials there.
Yes, that's right, looking to each other there, the touch judges and the referees.
Here's Stephen Jones then. Angled kick. Came back off the post. He's striking the ball well, but unlucky on that occasion.
Yes, I think we can, we will see a lot of that type of play by Wales. Rolling that ball from the line-out, don't want to play it out too wide because the Japanese prefer it to go out wider, to drive through the middle, stuck them in, and then release the outside backs, and having a try through that way of playing.
Matoki and Kurihara then have to start creating again. Here's the winger to restart. Sends it long. Again, Wales well coordinated. Gavin Thomas taking responsibility there. Gareth Cooper into the box. Budgett chasing. He can challenge well, knocks it down, but no one was following up in quite the right place. Japan with the line-out throw-in. Six minutes into the second half, and no doubt Wales very relieved to have their noses back in front by 4 points.
Yes, Japan have a slight breeze blowing with them. And
it's good from Kubo at the front. Obushi to Matoki. Gets Kubo running on. Lovely tackle from Kevin Morgan. Masuo is up there in support though. Japan have men out left. Wales defence is good for the time being. They're offsides, way offside. Referee playing advantage as Namba tries to burst his way through. No advantage coming, and Japan will have the penalty quickly taken by Murata. Matoki well taken out in midfield, but it'll be another penalty, I think. Wales not retreating, and Japan the penalty 5 metres out. Wales weren't back 10. Now what will Murata do? Little man calling the shots from the base of the scrum. Wales not out of jail yet. They lead by 4 points. Japan quickly applying pressure in turn. little conference, and they decide to go for the posts.
Mr. Carter, the captain, steadying it down. Because they haven't got the luxury to kick that ball into the corner to win the line and drive. They haven't got a rolling drive from their line out. So they either tapped it or go for the penalty. But it all really came from that break by Iwabushi, getting through Stephen Jones's tackle. And once you break the line, then there's always a chance of a try. Wales did well to get back to stop them scoring. That first line didn't hold out that time.
Maybe lucky not to get a yellow card for the offside, John. It did look rather premeditated.
Well, Craig Cornell was a professional offside there, wasn't it? And they had it twice because Chris Anthony came the second time.
Tori Kurihara then from Santori. So already kicked 2 penalties and 2 conversions. This one would bring his side back within a single point. We've had 8 minutes of this second period in the glorious sunshine of Tokyo. They seem to reserve their best weather for Sundays as well. Angled kick halfway out on the left. It's a good one, and Japan are back to within a single point of Wales.
Yes, I was watching the touch judges' flags when he's standing under the post, and there's quite a strong breeze in the middle of that field, so that's why they're going for the option of a penalty. They're still in the game. They wanted to score early in the second half, and they've achieved that. This is where the gap came through. Stephen Jones was the man. I said he was out at half and he broke through, but actually it was Saito, their best forward, who's the man who broke through that tackle, and Wales did well to stop them because they could easily have scored if they'd linked on then.
Masuo, the winger, seems to play as if he's a flanker, according to the scrum cap. The catch was good from Tanuma from the restart. Murata to Iwabushi. Wales up very flat in defence. That's good, aggressive tackling from Wales. Ball goes loose. Iwabushi working the scissors. Stephen Jones shadows well. Good tackle that from the Welsh fly half. And Wales penalised on the ground though. Kelvin Thomas had thoughts of getting away for a try hat-trick. And Murata will be able to clear his lines again. I'm surprised he gets away with those gloves. They must give him a bit of extra adhesion in the hands there.
What does he want them for? I suppose because the sweat, I suppose. Can you think? It can't be the temperature, can it? I remember Glenn Webb used to wear gloves when he was playing the wing for Wales, but different conditions to this.
He used to play in the cold and rain rather more often. Still this game hangs in the balance then. Wales ahead by a single point. Japan get good line out ball. Iwabushi getting his backs running, and the forwards in support up to halfway. Wales defending around the fringes well at the moment. They need to continue to do so as Iwabushi opts for the rolling kick behind Shane Williams. Won't give Onozawa a chance to motor up on the outside, or Kurihara, but Wales thought about taking it quickly, and with the wing up quickly, decided against it.
It is good thinking by the Japanese, by Iwabushi, because we say in the Welsh defence is spread out, it's well organised, so he's just chipping this ball over the defence and waiting for the ball to find positions and chasing it.
Andrew Lewis then, a quick throw to the front to Iestyn Thomas, but again it went wrong. Japan penalised though, and Wales the chance to clear things up. Slightly fortunate maybe. That's the Wales 22, and it's quickly taken. Stephen Jones, Gavin Thomas in midfield. He tries to punch holes again. Cooper, Jones, inside from Lewis to Durston. Durston again, that favoured step inside. Shane Williams has 3 men to beat, twists and turns. He's flung down just short of the 22. More helps clear it up for Cooper and Jones. Now Wales again have men outside. Gareth Thomas going for the outside break. Gavin Thomas has got a bit of room in the middle. Gareth Cooper in support, not quite opening up. Geraint Lewis, the pass knocked down. Surely that's a penalty to Wales. Referee playing advantage. For the moment it's a penalty though in front of the sticks. An easy 3 points if Wales wanted. It's quickly taken though by Geraint Lewis. They want 7 points. Lewis has Morgan inside him, inside to Cooper. Cooper held just a metre or so short, twists and turns. Has he got it down? referee in close attendance. That ball is on the floor, but the try has not been given.
No, it wasn't given. Did he twist after? But again, great defending by Japan. We thought the Wales were going to score. Let's see if Cuba gets this ball on. Kevin Morgan involved there. It's hardly been involved today. Gareth Cuba going for the line. Does he get it down? But originally he didn't. His body's under it. I don't think you can give a try.
Not sure quite when the referee blew his whistle. He might have just twisted after the whistle, but he did get it to floor eventually.
Well, we disagree there. I don't think that was a try. Gareth Cuba will claim it, but I thought the Japanese held him up.
Well, he may have got it, dotted it down after the whistle had gone.
Well, you think it's a try? I don't.
No. Well, I did initially.
Gareth Cooper's had a great game. He looks so sharp at scrum half, and he's desperate to get on that on the score sheet.
Scored, of course, on his debut against Italy after coming in at short notice for Rob Howley. Now the Welsh eights, may we see a big heave here and an attempt at a pushover. Welsh forwards haven't held it in too often. Playing it wide and fast was successful in the first test. This could be an occasion to tie things in as Hasegawa looked to go down very quickly on this near side. Prop from Santori. And a little scuffle over on the far side as well comes to nothing. Kelvin Deaker on his debut. Coming around the blind side, pick up from Geraint Lewis. Wales have forward momentum. Japan have got it to ground just a metre out. They'll need a secondary surge. Cooper out to the corner. But it was knocked on as Japan were very tight and flat in defence there. And they've got away with that one.
Yes, this pass to Shane was just high at the jump for the ball, which means the Japanese got right into his ribs there.
And they say Iwabushi doesn't tackle. Well, he did on that occasion.
Yeah, he's tackled well, but that wasn't a good pass. But I think Shane Williams is the wrong man to use on the charge on that blind side.
Tackle may even have been a little bit early, possibly.
Well, it was. It was set up, wasn't it? Really, but when the ball was thrown high.
Mr. Deaker having a chat with Sakata and Iwabushi there. Iwabushi possibly doing a bit of interpreting because he, of course, plays in England and speaks better English than most of his colleagues, as Masuho, the winger, is the man getting treatment there. Wales will want to keep Japan pinned in defence. That's a lot of strapping on that knee to start the game, John.
Yes, that's right. The left wing obviously didn't affect him because he scored the try. Mizuno.
Murata just about gets it away under pressure. It's only as far as the 22. Well taken by Shane Williams. Shane Williams could scoop through and score unopposed. What a moment of magic from Shane Williams.
And that is just what the Welsh side and the Welsh supporters out here wanted. The magic from the little Neath man on the left wing, takes that wild kick and then slices through the middle. When the side is struggling, you need a little bit of Welsh brilliance. This is what you've got from Shane Williams. Not a very good kick ahead, was it? He takes it in midfield, and then look at that. The vision, the sidestep, the pace, and that's put Wales right back in the driving seat.
With the conversion as well, Wales extend their lead to 8 points. It's Japan 23, Wales 31.
And Graham Henry says that he's not playing with confidence. We see that often with him down on the knoll. Brilliant try by him.
9 caps, 10 tries.
That's very impressive. That's the Gareth Thomas strike rate, isn't it? So he knows the way to the line. He has that pace. There's vision of defenders around him. He knows when to sidestep, when to swerve. Fabulous try.
Lynn Howells, no smile on his face yet. There's 2 Wales flankers and Gareth Thomas, who got 2 tries in the first half. Restart to the far side. Oh, that's good work from Cooper. And the long pass could give Wales an overlap for Shanklin. Geraint Lewis. Gareth Thomas. has to manufacture the pass inside to Kevin Morgan. Oh, Morgan, lovely footwork. Back to Durston, and a run-in for Tom Shanklin. Tom Shanklin gets a debut try, and all of a sudden, Wales hit top gear in Tokyo.
Yes, Gareth Cooper who also made it. What a moment for Tom Shanklin, and his dad Jim was just come over to Tokyo from London to see his son play in his first test match. Fabulous try again the hands of Geraint Lewis taking that ball from Gareth Cooper. Wonderful try. Now watch this, surprised everyone, and look at his pace over the first 30 metres. Surprised everybody, no one's with him. Look at that pass when you run that pace. And there's the hands from Geraint Lewis, and Gareth Thomas again featuring. Lovely hold-up pass, slip inside. Kevin Morgan twisted well, and that pass also is a lovely pass from Durston, and Shanklin has the pace to go over.
Here's the conversion attempt from Stephen Jones then. Just bounces off the outside of the post. That's the second time he's been unlucky with the woodwork. But Wales now have a 13-point margin.
Yes, two moments of brilliance. First of all by Shane Williams, and then Gareth Cooper to set that try up for Tommy Shanklin. Great rugby by Wales.
Well, it's a strange atmosphere for the Welsh players. They only have maybe a couple of dozen supporters in this crowd. One or two Welsh flags dotted around the stadium. As Kurihara restarts. Now what can Wales do? The offload straight away. Andrew Lewis this time on the charge, and now Wales are starting to break the first tackles from Japan. On the home side, a fend on the ground. Gareth Cooper takes it quickly again, and Wales get some forward momentum going. Durston, pass out to Gavin Thomas, who's everywhere in midfield. Kevin Morgan now attacking at speed, breaks one tackle, now gets out to Shanklin. This could be a repeat for Shanklin. He's up against Masuo. Shanklin goes to the corner, try given, and Tom Shanklin gets his second try in 2 minutes. He's taken a knock in the process as well, but he'll be delighted with the result of that. Masuo's tackle just too late. Shanklin in for try number 2.
He won't mind being injured. Brilliant rugby again. The lovely pass around the tackle, and then the slick handling, moving at pace. Kevin Morgan's the man who made did all the damage, swerving inside, bringing in the defenders, and then it's all about pace. We were worried on this man might not have enough pace, but he showed it then to go over that right corner for his second try. Great try by Tom Shanklin.
Both men falling heavily there.
The Japanese will be disappointed with a tackling in the last few minutes. The Wales have sliced right through the middle, and that's the difference from the first half, where the Japanese hardly missed the tackle. Wales taking advantage of them. Looking at the Japanese in front of us warming up. They're going to put some substitutions on the field, perhaps with their tiring more than Wales. That's what it appears to be at the moment. But when Wales in the loose and cut loose, we've seen some dazzling rugby.
We've hit the hour mark now as Stephen Jones tries another conversion attempt. And again, it's come out off the post. Well, 3 times unlucky for Stephen Jones, and the score could have been another 6 points to the good for Wales, but they already have an 18-point advantage. Japanese making changes. Number 19 is Ito, back row man, scored a try in the first test in Osaka. 22, Tuidraki is on the wing as well. There he is, Fijian. Good catch from the restart by Andy Moore. Cooper, Stephen Jones. Wales have again got an overlap if they get out quickly. Kevin Morgan has got Shane Williams outside him. Shane Williams 30 metres out, pass intercepted by Namba, who belts it into touch. Well, Wales are suddenly starting to look dangerous every time they attack. The overlaps seem to be appearing all over the field at the moment.
Yes, Namba did well to get his hands on Shane Williams, who I thought was clear then. Good slick handling, nothing too complicated, just moving at pace and putting the ball out wide.
7 tries for Wales. Just 3 conversions, 3 more have come off the post for Stephen Jones. Durston and Gareth Thomas getting in a bit of a pickle there in midfield. Running into each other and giving Japan the scrum, but they badly need a bit of respite at the moment. Their captain Sakata looks as though he's going to be unfit to continue as well towards this near touchline. As Ito has a few words with his fellow forwards. There's Sakata, who's taken a blow. Sakata, watched by his anxious teammates, will need to be replaced for this scrimmage. No, trudging rather wearily back towards the centre of the field.
Well, by this time last week, Wales had brought on so many substitutions. We brought 18 uncapped players on tour, and 8 of already of those have been capped. So only Dwayne Peel is the only man now that we're expecting to come on and win his first cap.
Japanese scrum doesn't quite work, but it's been knocked down by a Welsh hand, and Japan will have the put in to the scrimmage. Japan don't seem to have a specialist hooker on the bench. The 2 front row players listed, Takayanagi and Yamamura, are both more regular as props. Again, the trainer on, and the water bottles, and Nathan Budgett, it seems, will be replaced by Jamie Ringer.
Yes, Nathan had that knock midway through that first half, and he has been struggling. He's limping off there. It's a pity for him, because his season's been riddled with injuries. He's getting back to fitness, and now to have this knee injury during this game, it's disappointing for him.
Jamie Ringer on for the second week running as the pick-up from Ito. Oh, that's a lovely break from the replacement flanker. Looks for support, doesn't get it. Japan driving in for Wales 22. Big overlap now on. As Matoki drives the line. Couldn't get the pass in quickly enough. It's come back somehow on the Welsh side. And Wales breathe again as Cooper blasted into touch on the 22. Tuidraki thinks of taking it quickly on this touchline, decides against it.
Well, how did they lose that then? A fabulous break by Ito down the middle. He had support there. Matoki there, the centre. He set it up as well, but when they wanted that quick ball, they lost it in the tackle. Allowed Wales to scramble that ball into touch.
I was surprised that Ito was dropped last week. One of the better Japanese forwards in Osaka. Sakata. Andy Moore tries to disrupt. Now Iwabushi trying to get the men running in midfield. Kubo is in there. But again, Japan have lost it in contact, and Kevin Morgan wants to counter-attack, and Morgan will go the long way if necessary. The pass to Shane Williams just caught him slightly off balance on that far touchline, almost on halfway. Can Wales recycle it? They've got some big men in midfield. Can they get out the quick men as well? Characteristic chip through from Geraint Lewis for Tom Shanklin to chase, but it's just going to beat him. Otherwise, Tom Shanklin could have been in for a debut hat-trick.
Yes, Shanklin was shouting to Geraint Lewis. There was a huge gap behind there. Geraint Lewis read it well, kicked it well, and unfortunately didn't get a kind bounce. Could think him before between Shanklin and Geraint Lewis. Quinnell was hovering out there, as he has done throughout the tour, in that outside centre position. Is that a ploy, Nick, or what?
You tell me, John.
Well, it's interesting one. He's been standing there throughout the tour, hasn't he?
Sakata clears up at the front. Iwabushi. Japan trying to use power in midfield. That's just short there, 22. Japan clear Wales off the ball, but Wales will be happy for Japan to have possession in that sort of position, as Onozawa is caught on the ball just inside his 22. Oh, that was a bad mistake then. from Kurihara, the winger standing at fly half, and Wales will have an attacking platform again.
This Welsh defence is quite immense, really, the way they're in the faces of the opposition immediately, and I think that's where Japan have had a surprise with Wales, that they can't develop any midfield play because Wales are up on them so quickly.
Wales with 7 tries then in this game. Gavin Thomas and 2 from Gareth Thomas in the first half. Gavin Thomas again after half-time. Then Shane Williams and 2 from Tom Shanklin. That's Vatuvai, young Fijian, who's receiving treatment there. Number 4, still a student, as are a couple of others in this Japanese squad. Wales lead then by 41 points to 23. We go into the final 12 minutes of this game. Put in from Cooper. Oh, control was missing at the base of the Welsh scrum for once then, and Japan come away with it. Matoki spinning off one tackle. Now it's out to Kurihara. The kick and chase from the Santori winger. Oh, Kevin Morgan beaten by a terribly unlucky bounce. Tom Shanklin is herring back in defence. That's good work then from the Saracens winger, and he really adjusted his angle of running well there to break out of defence as well and get the counter-attack going. To really stop and turn there as Stephen Jones takes on a couple of tacklers in midfield. Wales have the penalty. This is 15 metres inside their own half, and although Wales wouldn't mind an extra score or two, they might be quite happy to see some of these remaining minutes ticking away.
Yes, one more try and I would kill the Japanese off. Kurihara making that lovely break and chip ahead there, but been very impressed with the way Tom Shanklin's adjusted to playing on the wing. He's telling us, his father was telling us, that he has played a bit on the wing for Saracens, and in junior rugby he hasn't played a great deal there. But he showed great vision in defence, and of course he scored 2 lovely tries in attack. That they had brought Gareth Wyatt out as replacement, who played very well on Wednesday, and he was in contention for that wing spot when Mark Jones got injured. I think they chose Shanklin because he has been on throughout the whole side. Let's just look at Shanklin in defence here. Kurihara kicking that ball downfield, and Shanklin covering as good blindside wing should do. Get back there, clean up, and then look to counter-attack.
Japan making more adjustments in their front row personnel as Stephen Jones prepares to blast the ball towards this near touchline, and Jamie Robinson is warming up wearing 22 on this near touchline. On he comes.
Yeah, so Gareth Thomas, as I'm bragging Tom Shanklin up, he goes off with the injury. So Robinson will go into the centre, and Gareth Thomas will come onto the right wing.
Robinson's another man who's played well on this tour, but Gareth Thomas supreme at 13 as the Japanese try and run it out of defence rather messily. That's Namba on the ball. Murata, Matoki, Iwabushi kicks through. Not too difficult for Kevin Morgan. No support, so he has to kick into Japanese territory. Oh, a bit of a mess there. No one was sure who was going to take it. Didn't go forward though, as Ringer gets into the action with the tackle. Japan trying to work the angles well in midfield. Gavin Thomas can't prevent them coming away with it again. Oh, Wales being turned inside out by Onizawa for a minute there. That's almost up the Wales 22. Now it comes back for Kurihara. Still on that 22-metre line. Iwabushi looking for the inside gap. Onizawa in possession now. He has to step back inside as Stephen Jones collars him back into the forwards, 15 metres out. Japan 3 scores behind, but still looking to get back into the game as their champion club Santori did 2 weeks ago. The This is a big drive from the Japanese forwards, 10 metres out now. The show and go from Murata, an irrepressible character, scrambles on, driving work from the forward. Stephen Jones again putting in a big tackle. He's played well in defence. Wales desperately trying to scramble possession. Out it comes. Japan look to have an overlap for a moment there. Now they're just 5 metres out, and it's emerged on the Welsh side. More to Ringer, look forward, not given. Cooper has it to Stephen Jones. Out to Gareth Thomas, now playing on the right wing. He gets it inside to Gareth Cooper. Gareth Cooper up. That's just going to squirt loosely into touch. He's gone forward, has had maybe one or two other forward passes in that movement, John.
2 Welsh forward passes, but just over enthusiastic onto the Japanese in attack. If they just kept a little bit cooler, there was an overlap on the left, but they wanted to go down the middle and down the middle. If they had a bit more vision, they would have scored on the left wing there. But again, brilliant defending by Wales. Kept their shape, didn't give any penalties away, and stopped the try. Now there's a chance as Gareth Cooper gone off, so we have in the first cap for Dwayne Peel of Tumble.
It's a teenage dream then for Dwayne Peel, lining up on this near touchline. Onazawa, the full-back, twisting and turning there. Gareth Cooper looking for him, so tricky really. This is what Japanese rugby is famous for. But Wales getting back there in number. Stephen Jones helping Gareth Cooper out there. And Japan should have scored from this move. They set it up beautifully but didn't finish it off. And Wales have another replacement on in that pack. Chris Stevens on for Craig Quinnell. Iwabushi getting the run from Matoki. Now it's in field 2, 22 to Draki, replacement winger. It's gone forward though, and the Welsh defence can just soak up this Japanese pressure in the closing stages.
It's quite remarkable that we've had 9 new caps on this tour with Dwayne Peel coming on. As I said earlier, they brought 18 uncapped players on this tour, and they've capped 9 of them. It's quite amazing.
I suppose with the conditions that Wales have faced, it was bound to happen. You're bound to use replacements more in the test matches. Kevin Morgan all of a sudden is in the clear. Will he need a man outside him or inside? Oh, the pass was intercepted by Iwabushi. That could have been a lovely moment from Peel, who was running intelligently outside him. And Kevin Morgan, well, having a word or two with one of his teammates. Can't be Peel he's remonstrating with, because
Jamie
Peel
Ringer
is running
actually.
well.
It was Jamie Ringer that I think he was screaming for the ball. I think Kevin Morgan wanted to put Peel in, but I think he could have scored himself. So let's have a look at this. It's good vision. They saw the man come outside, but it was well read by Iwabushi.
More sores again. He's lasted well. We thought he might not finish the course after a groin injury last week in Osaka. But it's the other second row Quinnell who's been replaced. As Peel is under pressure there, and Japan scramble possession, and Tuidraki will come away with it. Japan are on this battering ram approach in midfield. It'll be better when they inject a bit of pace into their game. Stevens making a tackle there. These closing stages just getting a little bit loose and scrappy. And Wales may have sneaked possession there. Geraint Lewis produces it. Stephen Jones, the kick for Gareth Thomas to chase. Gareth Thomas takes well. Now can he get up and recover? Gareth Thomas is over for his hat-trick. Well, what a record this man has against Japan. He's scored his second hat-trick against them, and he's scored in every one of his 4 appearances against them.
Yes, he's the main man that they can't handle. They haven't handled him all tour, and I think he wanted then to hand that call to Jamie Ringer to score a try. The way he was looking around when he got over that try. And look at the upper body strength and the timing of Gareth Thomas. Always difficult for the Japanese winger going back, looking over his shoulder. Has the strength, has the skill, and there he is looking around for Ringer. When you pick a Welsh side, you always have to have Gareth Thomas into it. If it's on the wing or the centre, wherever. He is such a valuable member of the Welsh squad. Good skills to take that ball at pace.
Gareth Thomas against Iwabushi was never going to be a contest physically. Stephen Jones chips over the conversion, and Wales are up to 48 points.
The Japanese have tired in the heat, and I think it's to do with the intensity of that first half that they put on Wales. Now they are really struggling to live with it.
2.5 minutes to go. 3 tries for Gareth Thomas, 2 for Gavin Thomas, 2 for Tom Shanklin, and 1 for Shane Williams. An excellent solo try. Japan scoring a couple of tries late in the first half through Kubo and Masuho to get back into the game. Indeed, Japan led at half-time, and we were getting worried, but we needn't have been, John.
And really, but Kurihara again, not kicking that ball 10 metres. He's done that 3 times. And at this level, when you're struggling, it's the last thing his forwards want. But it's been a good second half performance by Wales. They've put together some good rugby with the brilliance from Gareth Cooper, and Shane Williams enabled them to score some great tries.
Peel gets it away to Stephen Jones. Looks for the inside pass. Japan had a man in the way. Kelvin Thomas providing the link there. Going first one way and then the other. And Peel onto Durston. Durston the step inside. Andrew Lewis in the line. Out from Peel to Shane Williams. Just can't get the space to get round his man on the 22 there.
Yes, one of the successes of this tour has been Gavin Thomas. You've seen him cleaning up these balls on the floor and linking with his backs, him and Geraint Lewis. And we're looking for number 7s in Wales. You haven't got them in abundance with this man, young man from the Ogmore Valley, is coming through in a big way.
Provide a good challenge for Martin Williams on that open side as Tanuma wins line-out ball for Japan. Iwabushi, Kubo, Flanker just outside the 22. Murata is fading out the game slightly on Ozawa. Oh, that's a beautiful sidestep, and he's put Kurihara away, and he's got Ozawa back inside him, and this could be a spectacular finish for Japan as Ozawa gets the debut try for the home side.
Well, he deserved that as a performance try over Ozawa. Kurihara, the right wing made it, and in fact Geraint Lewis is giving him a little clap to say well done, because they played some good rugby. It's been a brave attempt, and this, the outside half, Iwabushi dropping those 2 points over. They want to get back into this game. Wonderful try. That's what you want to see from Japanese rugby. Running from deep, 3 quarters, twisting and turning. Great rugby. Here it is again. And the overlap, the scrum half putting him away. Maruda putting Kurihara away, showing great pace. Shane Williams running him down, but look at the support from Onizawa. Could he get there? Has he got the pace? Straight Peel chasing him back. Great try. Here it is, a close up. As you want to see, swerving outside, tight forwards, twisting and turning and getting that ball out wide. And Japan came to Wales early in the 70s. That's the sort of rugby we saw from them, and it's great to see them finishing off this test match in the same style. And that's the style they should adopt. They've brought New Zealanders and Australians over here to try to change the style of rugby, but if they keep on playing that, then they'll become popular around the world once again.
8-3 the try count now in favour of Wales. You see why Onizawa was chosen from Suntory. Wales had trouble with coping with him in the first match of the tour, and he's proved an elusive runner, but Japan haven't really had the platform, John, in this final test.
No, but they'll be happier. They've competed well. They've scored some excellent tries.
Japan front row is penalised. Wales have taken it quickly, trying to hit the half-century mark again. Japan weren't back 10. Another penalty just outside the 22. Gavin Thomas wants to get on with it. We're a minute into injury time at the end of this tour. Dwayne Peel, a teenager, Llanelli scrum half, started number 3 in his club pecking order at the start of this season. That was a long time ago, behind Rupert Moon and Guy Easterby. Now here's Ringer. Oh, Robinson with the sidestep, and Jamie Robinson goes to the line. What a moment for the youngster as Wales hit 50.
into it. Running by Jamie Robinson. What a wonderful pass by Jamie Ringer. Passing that ball on through the tackle. Instead of hitting the tackle and holding it, kept the ball moving, and Robinson had the pace, the skill. Watch his pass from Ringer. Set it up. Through the pass, through the tackle, lovely, and then the swerving run of Robinson, and then the pace. Youngsters coming through in abundance in Wales.
Stephen Jones. Oh, has missed the conversion. Well, that was a strange one. And Wales remain on 53 points.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that passing around the tackle on this tour. Ringer there who's come on as substitute, linking that ball on to J.B. Robinson.
Moore was just knocked out of it as he took the restart. As Murata looks for Japan to finish with a flourish. Out it goes towards Kurihara, who's had plenty of the ball. Shane Williams shadowing him, forces him to ground just inside the 22. Japan still going in that right-hand corner. Now they've got plenty of men outside. Knock on though in midfield, and Wales have the chance to counter-attack maybe. No, it's too late in the tour. It's been knocked on by both sides. As Mr. Deaker has a look at his watch, 3 minutes of injury time played. John, your reflections?
I think it's been a great second half performance by Wales. It's a better test match than last week, which was farcically one-sided, 52-0 at half-time, and Wales were under pressure, but the way they've come back into it and played some excellent rugby, and all in all, I think it's been an excellent tour for this young touring party.
Stephen Jones gets it away to Kevin Morgan. He's cheeky to Gareth Thomas. It was also forward. Wales with 3 victories on this tour out of the 5 games, but crucially they include both test matches.
Yes, and tours are all about winning the test matches. The game on Wednesday was against a Barbarian side that will be much stronger than the Japanese side, and Wales will have a very young side there, so you can't look too much into that result. Suntory result was a disappointing one, but it was very hot, and I think it surprised the Welsh side, who hadn't prepared it well enough for that match. But they've got their act together. The test side has looked very comfortable. And we've seen the emergence of some excellent players, especially people like Gareth Cooper and Gavin Thomas. So the future's looking better.
Ito to Iwabushi. Iwabushi on the link. Anazawa looks to test the Welsh defence again. Wales must be longing for that final whistle, which will come any second now. As Tanuma tries to force his way down the touchline. Murata. Well, referee says that was legitimate for Wales to spoil. Wales going through. No, he's playing an advantage now to Japan, as Wales have nudged it forward. And there is the final whistle of this tour, and Wales have completed a 2-0 Test Series victory.
So a thrilling second half there, Wales winning the second test and the series. And after the game, Mike Hall spoke to the Wales captain, Andy Moore.
Well, Andy, you must be delighted. New captain, 2-0 test victory away from home is a good performance.
Yeah, obviously delighted. We set a goal when we came out here to win the 2 test matches. They were the most important ones, and to develop the players. And we're more than delighted and happy with the achievement of a 2-0 victory.
I think what will interest the viewers is the style of the play that Wales developed, and some of the tries that they scored were wonderful.
Yeah, we had a bit of criticism from the local press here for not putting the style on early, but we wanted to keep our hand close to our chest and produce the goods in the test matches, and I think we've done that.